Here I am at Keysight with their latest network analyzer, the PNA-X.
Yes.
And here my friend Sir Cheng will introduce us to the new features. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay. Nice to meet you. And let me introduce our new PNA-X. With the new PNA-X, we have source per port. So we have one source for each port. That can be used for the two-stage frequency converter measurement, including the IMD. We can use the two internal sources for the two LOs, and we can use the other two sources to generate the two tones for the IMD measurement. We also added the two internal combiners, so we can, for TR module, we can measure the IMD, intermodulation distortion, for the transmitter and the receiver at the same time. We also added the two noise receivers and noise tuner on port 1 and port 2, so that we can measure noise figure either from port 1 to port 2 or with port 2 to port 1 in different directions. And we also added a switched gain amplifier for the test receiver, so that when the measured signal is very low, we can switch to high gain mode to get more dynamic range. And we also have the bandpass filter bank in all the test receivers. So when we measure the harmonics or the spurs of a signal, we can filter out the fundamental signal to measure the harmonics or the spurs in a very low level. So here are some typical test cases. Let me show you. One case is the two-stage frequency converter measurement. We can measure the IMD with the two tones from port 1, and the other two sources can be used for the LO of the frequency converter. And we can also measure the TR module from the forward direction or the reverse direction. We can measure noise figure on port 1, because port 1 has the noise receiver. We can measure the IMD for the transmitter and the receiver at the same time. With the two internal combiner, we can also measure the IMD of a differential amplifier, because we can generate two tones with port 1 and port 2 at the same time. So we can measure the differential IMD.
I'll say thank you so much.
Thank you.